Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be going over quite a large update, not as big as the original Conquest update, but it is an extension to Conquest. It is the Conquest update Volume 2. They have been listening to a lot of the feedback with regards to things that still need to be updated, things that people would like to see changed a little bit, and there's a lot gonna be in here. I'm gonna go over it in quite big detail. I'm not going to be just breezing over it. I'm going to go into each part and give my opinion as well, and I think there's a lot of good stuff in here. But this is the Conquest Update Volume 2. Let's take a look on what is to come. Greetings survivors. As the weeks press on in the Conquest Update, we've continued to receive some awesome feedback from the player base, and we want to make some of your suggestions come true. In an effort to keep our promise to always keep improving RTS, we've done a comprehensive sweep of short-term improvements for the game and are implementing the following improvements this Wednesday on the 21st of April. Transfers. We've seen a lot of questions about what's next with region transfers, and today we have the answer. We have an update to the system that should make transferring easier and put more choice in your hands as to when and where to transfer. The changes to the systems are as follows. Transfers will now be permanently available and there will no longer be specific transfer windows. Transfers will have a 90-day cooldown. That's 3 months or thereabouts. Faction transfer cooldown and solo transfer cooldowns are shared. Players will be allowed to move within waves or up to new waves. Players will not be allowed to move up multiple waves at once. Okay, so if you want to go to 1A, you have to go, and you're in wave 3, you have to go to wave 2 first. Oh, you can't go from wave 2 to 1B. So if you're in wave 3, you have to transfer 1, 2, 3 times. That is a bit messed up. They should maybe make it so that, give people the freedom to move. Maybe should do an old school window first, because if there's a 90-day cooldown, someone from wave 3 will legitimately not be able to get to wave 1A for 9 months. Not that I think going from wave 3 instantly into wave 1A is a good move necessarily, but you've just taken the option away from people, because you're going to go to wave 2, wait 90 days, then wave 1B, wait 90 days, and then, well, that's 6 months, I guess. So 6 months they'll have to wait until they can get to wave 1A. That's, messed up. We're still looking to improve 1A transfer process, and more iterations on the system will be considered in the future after we collect data. Yeah, I definitely think they need to do like an old school window first. Mythic Gold Fighters Grind Event. There'll be a lot of things the S-Class character model got right, and one of those was the ability to pick the fighters that you want to grind for. Starting Wednesday, we're introducing the Mythic Gold Fighter Grind Event. The event is straightforward. A roadmap will appear every day in-game, and that roadmap will award 250 TWD gold medals for a full completion. After collecting a sufficient amount, TWD gold medals can be redeemed in the museum for a selection of gold mythic fighters. The initial state of available fighters are as follows: Negan, Rosita, Elodie, Aaron, Wayland, Gabriel, Thomas Richards. There are 2 good characters here, I'd say. Negan and Wayland, really good characters. Rosita's pretty decent, Gabriel's okay, but Gabriel's in select recruits. Aaron's cool because you can get a second one of him this way if you are Prestige 7 and newer to the game. I would have liked to have seen Rick in this list of characters, because I'm pretty sure you cannot get Rick from any other part of the game. Each fighter in the list above will cost 15,000. Okay, so that'll take 60 days. So every 2 months you'll be able to get a gold mythic of your choice. Okay, sounds good. Complete the roadmap every day to earn gold fighters. More fighters may be added to the museum over time. Okay, so if there's a particular character in here that you want, you should just pick them up. If there's potentially characters in here that you don't want, you shouldn't just pick up characters for the sake of it. So maybe hold on to your TWD gold medals and see if more characters are added. 1 character every 60 days isn't too bad. This is on top of events, so this is just a guarantee. This is a background guarantee, so I think that's good. Next up, daily mission improvements, gold mythic tokens. The completion bag for daily missions is getting a huge upgrade and now includes 300 guaranteed gold mythic tokens. These tokens are being added on top of all other rewards, okay? And are available in the daily missions completion bag at level 36 and above. Nothing is leaving the daily mission bag in its current form. These tokens are just being added. Okay. Daily roadmaps overhaul. Our daily roadmap system is getting a massive overhaul to keep up with our new Conquest world. Every roadmap is getting boosted rewards, and we have a brand new daily roadmap schedule. In addition, there will be an S-Class Super roadmap on Sundays that gives bonus rewards based on your S-Class collection. This roadmap will require you have a specific S-Class character per act, and each week the S-Class characters required will change. But that is interesting with the whole, like, it requires a specific S-Class. Hopefully they just don't put in, like, the ones that are in the last crate, which no one really has except people who welled out right at the end. I'll be breaking down the details on these recurring roadmaps later in the video. With these series of changes, we're also dramatically reducing the cost of removing combat mods. All combat mods removal costs will be changed to just one mod scrap to help players better experiment with different mod combinations and get past those challenging conquest stages. This means there will be no more free mod removal before war, as it is no longer necessary. So what you're saying is I always have to pay mod scrap to remove mods. They're removing free. This is an outrage. This is an outrage. Elite items will update. The Elite items wheel has been due for an update and is now being improved to better match the current Conquest world. Megan's removed and much more. The changes are as follows. We are going to get potential Mythic gear by the looks of things. It says Mythic traded gear, so I guess there's not going to be any like ghillie suits and stuff. Elite rare gears removed. Maddox and Madeline 1%. Benny's 6% still. Basil's 10%. A little bit of improvements for Brady's. Ulysses and Lilith have been reduced percentage, I guess, to make space for more gear. Legendary gear has been added, so it's 18% of mythic and legendary gear. Epic non-traded, epic traded. So epic traded has got 10% increase. Ultra rare has been reduced, the amount that you can get, which is good because it's obviously the worst one. Elite weapons will update. The elite weapons wheel is also getting a makeover. Armory tokens and valuable crafting parts have been added, and the frequency of getting a 3-star weapon has been reduced. Check out the changes. 90 to 10% is the current. Now you can still get 10% 4-star, 57% 3-star, but you also have a chance of getting up to 25k armory tokens, blow torches, and varnish. Okay. Oh, Endrin grease. I was going to say, why no Endrin grease? I just completely didn't see it. Okay, that's pretty cool. I would have liked to see blowtorches a bit higher than 4% though. I think blowtorches should have been like 10%. All that a blowtorch does is legitimately just allow you to like instantly craft the weapon and not wait 2 days to be able to craft the next thing, like spend more resources. I've never understood why they limit blowtorches so much. All it does is it just allows people to craft more, which should mean that they'd be able to spend more. You know, that's why I've always seen blowtorches. That's why it's really odd that it's the way it is. But yeah, that's nice. A lot of armory tokens. That honestly, I know this is going to sound salty. As much as it's a great update, this was kind of needed like a year ago because armory tokens are a little bit better right now. But a year ago they were absolutely horrible. That would have been really great a year ago. This good. It's nice, but yeah. 3-star weapon parts added to raid drops. Okay, this is the big news for me. We're seeing feedback on the shortage of required weapon crafting parts due to no weapons dropping the new world map stages. Yeah. Our solution for this is to drop these parts directly into raids. Now when raiding at any time, these weapon parts will have a chance to drop. The parts that now drop from raids are as follows. Epoxy resin, grooved grip, iron pommel. I think these are craftables. Iron pommel is, I'm pretty sure. Rubber padding, safety mechanism, welding rod, open sights. Yeah, some of these are definitely crafting. Gun action, spray paint, that's the important one for me, and super glue. We'll continue to monitor the weapon part economy and we will make adjustments to these drops in the future as necessary. I think this is obviously great, but because it's not a choice box, let's just say, how many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's just say, if it's 100% drop rate and it's an even drop, I would have to do 100 raids to get 10 spray paints. And all that's going to allow me to do is 5 or 10 crafts. That's just 5 attempts at 5% because it's not a choice box. I think they need to like still give out some of these items a little bit more in other events or maybe in League Store or something. But that is nice. Raid tournaments are going to be a nice little boost there. With our inaugural war season well underway, we wanted to make an improvement to the war crate found in battles and siege rank rewards. The updated crate now has supply markers and has increased counts of the following: basic tokens, elite item tokens, gear markers, supply markers. Nothing has been removed from the crate. Quantities have only increased. Be on the lookout for more rewards from these crates. I don't think supply markers needed to be added, honestly. Is that just my opinion? I think we can get supply markers pretty easily from selling 5 stars and 6 stars, but... Okay, next one. Removal of weapon disassembly costs. In an effort to make getting the parts you need a bit easier, we are also changing the material costs on disassembling weapons to 1. This means each weapon disassembly will only cost 1 material, so selecting multiple weapons at once will still cost minimum amounts of materials. Okay, that's cool. I still think they need to source weapons a little bit better, because I honestly don't get any weapons anymore unless I run SR. That's pretty much it. Okay, this is the last one. Weekly story roadmap reruns. We know players love The Walking Dead and Road to Survival characters, stories, and roadmaps, so we'll start rerunning some of our best stories throughout RTS every week. These roadmaps will cost very little PvE energy, that's world energy for you guys, and have modest rewards, and are mainly meant to be enjoyed for their narrative content. Relive the origin stories of some of our favorite RTS exclusive fighters, and see various Walking Dead heroes take on the apocalypse. Now see, this is the perfect place where they can just source more 3-star items, because they're giving away in raids anyway, so that means that this is obviously low value now, but we still need tons of this stuff. It isn't like we need a couple, we need loads, so they could still drop like one of every single one per story. I mean, even that's really low, but I mean, like, just source some of that in here. That would have been actually really good. Stay tuned for more info next week, including some brand new repeating PvE challenge events, plus the information on gold mythic duplicates. Okay, interesting. This is probably the most important news, the gold mythic duplicates in here. As much as they haven't told us what it is, the fact that they're saying that there's going to be something that can be done with them. I really hope they don't drop the ball on that. I was just going to say, I really hope they don't drop the ball on that. The rest seems pretty good so far. Now, one of the things that was touched on during the Volume 2 update information was a change to the recurring roadmaps, and we're going to go over all of the details as well. Now that you've had time to properly settle into our Conquest update, we've been closely following all your feedback and suggestions and are ready to release our latest round of updates. This Monday, we are releasing our brand new and revamped recurring roadmaps. The aim of the update is to bring all of our regular updates into the Mythic era, offering you more direct and useful rewards comparing to our previous iterations. As usual, these roadmaps will be available and refreshed regularly as you have come to expect from their previous versions. We also wanted to take some time to thank all of our community members for their support and feedback. You have been great so far, and your suggestions really help us improve the game each day. In addition to the roadmaps listed below, there'll be a bonus roadmap running every Sunday that will require specific S-Class fighters and give extra rewards. Each week will require different S-Class fighters, and the roadmap will rotate through the entire roster of S-Class fighters. Now make yourself comfortable, because there are a lot of roadmaps to go through. Food roadmap. Generally speaking, not that big a roadmap, so personally I don't care for it. I'd prefer my bags being able to stack in my inventory. This one's a big roadmap, but these have to be bags. If they're not bags, then it's pretty useless. So as long as all 4 of these are bags, that's great, but I'm almost guaranteeing at best the act reward is a bag. The other ones will not be. Medals roadmap. Okay, looks like quite a big an improvement here. There's only a couple of stages. I like the fact that there's low stages and really low waves. I will say that every single one has 1 wave. This is really, really positive. It's positive. Well, it's positive for one thing, but it's negative for farming if there's drops. But I guess there's not drops. So you can get how many? That's 500,000 from the first section, and then the second section that's 600 legendary medals. So that's actually pretty good. Again, it's just 1 wave for each one. I think that's like 2 ascends nearly. Is that exactly 2 ascends for running the roadmap? That's actually pretty decent. That's not too bad, and that will take like no time at all because it's 1 wave. There's an armory tokens roadmap. Okay, that isn't really that great considering basic tokens give quite a lot of armory tokens now. Well, not basic, the elite weapons tokens, but what's that? 25k, so that means every 2 weeks you'll be able to 5-star weapon with this roadmap, which is, I mean, it's definitely not bad. It's kind of like the update we needed a long time ago, like I said, but at least they're fixing armory token situation right now. Weapon parts roadmap, so it's like the advanced parts, but still, it looks pretty decent. Lots of stages, 6 stages, 1 wave per stage. What's that energy cost? The energy cost is pretty cheap too, which is nice. XP roadmap, interesting. Act 1, this is what you get for the completion, but the most important thing about the XP roadmap wasn't the incompletion. The completion was nice. And this is a lot of XP. Yeah, 95,000. The main thing about the XP roadmap was the last stage being able to be farmed. The fact that it's 1 wave means the potential for really quick farming is there. Like really, really, really quick farming. But how good is that XP? It only costs 3 energy. I believe the last one when it cost 4 energy was 4k base. Someone will have to remind me. I think so anyway. Skill trainers roadmap. Ulysses, Lilith. Do you get medics or anything? No. Okay, so there's Ulysses in the first act, Lilith in the second act. You might be able to do the second act before doing the first act because that's, I think you can do it right now. I'm not 100% certain, but I could be wrong there. Gear Hunt. Act 1 completion, 100 work gloves, wrinkled shirts, rain boots, neckerchiefs, running shoes, sunglasses. These are all the things needed for the new training grounds. So that's actually pretty good. Again, really quick. Trainers roadmap. Okay, this will be on a weekly basis. First one gives 25 Berts. Second one gives 25 Brady's. Third one gives 25 Basils. That's really, sorry, 30 of each. Sorry, 30 of each. So 30 Berts, 30 Brady's, then 30 Basils. That's actually pretty good. Silver Choice roadmap. Okay. You get 2 Silver Choice Mythics per week, 2,500 select recruit tokens, 3,500 select recruit. So you get 10,000. You get 1 pull on the select recruit token wheel, and that only costs 9 energy. I really like the energy cost, honestly. This is basically making these maps what they should be, which is like really worthwhile doing. Mods roadmap, interesting. Oh, it's only mod scrap. 1 mod box. We don't know what's in that. If who wants to guess there's still bronze in there? Come on. Like everything else so far has been really like up to date, and then there's like bronze mod box chance drop. if it's like 80% gold and 20% platinum or something, that is legit. I mean, it should be just a weekly platinum mod at this point, but you know, it is what it is. And that gives 50k mod scrap, which is a lot. Hopefully the mod scrap cap is going to be increased. Fingers crossed. That's why it needs to be a plat mod, because those are the only ones really like worth upgrading for a lot of people anyway. Then there's a supply markers roadmap, which gives, by the looks of things, around about 25k supply markers. Gear markers are for the food, basically. Epic gear. Okay, this is going to be quite a dodge, even though it's like increased to 6. I mean, this is probably going to be a bit of a dodge. Walkie-talkie, unless I can just do the second stage. They still only give 1 of each army walkie-talkie, 1 school bag. I think we need 2 for each mythic, or maybe 4, for like 4 of each, or 2 of each. Yeah, I'm not sure. Bronze radio. Okay, the radio roadmap's been updated. Interesting. This costs more energy though. This costs 8 energy for some reason, and it's 5 waves. Why is it 5 waves? Why is it 5 waves? Is it because it's farmable? That's the only off-putting thing that I'm seeing so far, is that is 5 waves. Like, if there's a chance that could get, I mean, the energy cost is one thing, but the waves, just the time investment is like a wido. I've got like 400 of these radios, and then the last one, same sort of deal, 5 waves. So obviously a massive update, a lot to take in here. I think a lot of these changes are going to be extremely positive. Obviously, we still have a couple of things left to see what's going to happen in the game when it comes to being updated. The gold mythic duplicates, I am hearing some fairly negative news around that potentially. I'm hoping that it's obviously just rumor mill. We'll have to see, but there is potential for that to obviously come in next week. We should get some more information then. And then the second thing is there's no mention anywhere of a 4-star weapon wheel update. I think some people would have noticed that. I definitely did. So hopefully that's something on the horizon as well. That is something that I'd like to see, you know, updated to a good standard. We'll have to wait and see. But do tell me what update you like the most. Which roadmap are you going to be instantly doing every single time? Do give me your thoughts down in the comments below. That is the end of my video. If you did enjoy it or find it informative, please hit that like button. If you are not subscribed to my channel already, please think about hitting subscribe. It makes a massive difference to anybody's channel, and it is greatly appreciated. But that is the end of this one, guys. I want to thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.